Asks about having all the names of these tools, and Tom's dropping links to what we're talking about in the chat now if you want to go check them out. But Tony, is there, playing devil's advocate on the scheduling tool, I mean, is there ever a danger of getting disconnected from your actual social media from what the interactions that are happening on those individual pages when you're using a scheduling tool like a Hootsuite or a Sendible?
Just because you're using Hootsuite doesn't mean you're not going to do a story off the cuff, or, oh, I'm here, I'm going to start something. So the answer is, if you're engaged with your audience, then you'll have that communication. That just, when you post something, you still want to keep engaged, and if people are responding to something you posted through the scheduler, you still will have interaction. And you may off the cuff throw something out there. It just means that you will have a robust, well thought out media strategy, and you will have it, a game plan for it and a way to execute it without stress, and with, it's going to be well thought out and executed. So the answer is, you still have to go back into your social media. You still have to see what's working. And it's a great way to gauge, hey, I've been posting these sort of what I thought was engaging, and I can see that they're not that engaging. There's not many likes on these kind of posts. So you can go back in and change your scheduler too, and tweak things. It gives you that opportunity.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I mean, I know each individual advisor and agency owner are going to have different takes and different ways of doing business. But we have a couple minutes. Do you have any suggestions about social media from the advisors you speak to, particularly the ones who are doing the best, for ways to improve your social media engagement when you're interacting with clients?
Sure. So I think every social media has its own personality. And so for me, I really grew my business using LinkedIn. I came from big, huge companies, and I started with 3,000 connections and followers. I ended with well over 10,000 connections and followers. But what I put on my LinkedIn was not the same thing that I put on my Instagram. That was not the same thing that I put in Facebook. And so I think you need to be very cognizant of who you're talking to and the message you're trying to relay for each social media that you're using. So LinkedIn was very professional. I very rarely even talked about my family. Instagram, I had wacky photos, and they were silly, and I was in a lot of them. And then Facebook was much more personal. But I think also, you're not always selling, you're sharing information, you're giving, you're becoming the expert in the field. And so when you're thinking about this, maybe 1 out of 5 might be selling something. But a lot of it is just storytelling, and you can talk about what you do that's special, but not sound like you're selling them on yourself. Just, hey, I want you to know, sent somebody to this amazing place. Did you know they have this? I just want to tell you, I'm not selling it to you, just sharing really valuable information.